Hello and welcome to the course on C Programming Learn to Code series. This is the 15th lecture of Unit 1, and in this lecture we will discuss the concept of problem solving. So basically this particular lecture is an introductory lecture before starting of the concept called algorithm and flowchart. So let's begin. So here I am just trying to explain you what do you mean by a problem solving approach. Means, for an example, if a problem is given to you and you are asked to find out the solution, then what exactly you do to solve that particular problem. That's why this concept is called problem solving approach. Okay, and how it is related to C programming? Because before we are writing any program, we need to understand the problem properly so that we can develop the logic, or we can write the steps that a computer can directly understand and it can execute it sequentially. Okay, as we know, a computer is a dumb machine, and it is I know, and we know also that it is a powerful machine, but without the explanation of the steps, means how to approach for a solution, means if a given problem is given to the computer and we have not specified the steps how to solve that problem, then the computer cannot perform in a perfect manner. That's why it is necessary to help the computer to know the steps to solve the problem. So that's why we need to understand the problem solving approach also. So I have explained with 5 steps the problem solving approach, and the first step involved is understanding the problem. Means a problem is given to you. Now first of all we need to understand it. So what do you mean by understanding of the problem? That means whenever a problem is given, we need to read it properly. Means we can say we should remove the unambiguous statement in the inside the problem. So in pure term I can say unambiguously describe the problem for easy understanding. Means if there are some steps involved in the problem, the one step must not uh, overlap on other step, and we should understand the problem properly. Until and unless we are not able to understand it, we cannot say that we cannot solve it properly. That's why the first step of solving a problem is called the understanding the problem. Then comes the next step, that is your identifying the requirement. So identifying the requirement involves whenever a problem is given, you should understand what the problem should take as an input. Okay, so basically we think about what input we are going to give to the solution of that problem, and what after the solution is over, what the your solution will give you the output. That means this identifying the requirement involves the input as well as the output. Means what your problem take as input, and after solution what the solution provides the output, means which output the solution will provide. Okay, after identifying the requirements, the next step will be making a plan for solution. So how do you make plan? There will be 2 steps involved in making a plan. First step will be you have to write an algorithm. So what is algorithm? That we are going to discuss in the next lecture, and this is the preliminary lecture for this for before discussing this algorithm concept. Then after writing the algorithm, we need to draw the flow chart. Again, flow chart and algorithm are more or less taught in a single class, that will be not taught separately. Means every problem given to us, after identifying the input and output of that problem, we need to write the algorithm, as well as we need to draw the flow chart for that solution. and that is called the making plan for the solution. Okay, so this is all about how where the concept algorithm and flowchart came. Fine. Now after writing the algorithm and flowchart, the next step is to implement the plan. So what do you mean by implementing the plan? We need to write the program code. So in our case, we are going to write the C program by following the steps which has been already written by the help of an algorithm. We need to convert that steps into C programs. Okay. So after writing the C program, by using any compiler, we will try to test and verify whether our proposed solution is correct or not. Okay, that means while I am understanding the problem, I need to understand the requirement of that problem by this second step. So I understand that the problem should be, so this problem is given and I should do this to it. So after the solution get means the output get produced by implementation of the program, we need to test whether the result which is produced by our implementation is correct or not. Okay, that's all for the problem solving approach, and that those steps has been explained over here for your reference. I hope the viewer can read it or read it properly and prepare a note for themselves. That's all for today's class. In the next class, we will discuss the algorithm and flowchart uh, in a single lecture only. Means it may continue up to 2 or 3 lectures. That is depending upon how many problems we are going to solve. But we will read both these concepts simultaneously. That's all. Bye bye. Thank you.